Did you know that Napoleon Bonaparte and Abraham Lincoln were land surveyors? Land surveying is one of the oldest professions in the world. The Egyptians are known as the first civilization to utilize the term land surveying. Later, the Romans improved some of the practices of land surveying and were even the first civilization to employ the official land surveyor. Even though land surveying has a long history, it is still needed and called upon each and every day. Land surveying is defined as the science and art of determining the relative position of points above, on, or beneath the surface of the earth. When most people think of land surveying, they think of boundary surveys. Boundaries of an individual's property tell a person what land is theirs and where their property begins and ends. People will get a surveyor to complete a boundary on their land to find out where the boundary lines and property lines are located. Some of the main reasons people hire a land surveyor is because of land disputes, or they are selling or buying property. In order for a land surveyor to complete a boundary surveyor, he or she will first need to research the parent tract. The parent tract is the tract that the surveyor was hired to do. Surveyors will look for land deeds and plats, which are maps. Once the research is completed, a land surveyor will determine what equipment he or she needs to do the job. The next step is the field work, which includes retracing old boundaries, digging up property corners, marking property lines, locating any utilities, branches, creeks, roads, etc. After the field work is done, the information needs to be taken back to the office where the plat will be drawn. Once this is done, a map will be given to the client and one will be recorded at the courthouse. In order to complete a boundary survey, certain equipment and a field crew are needed. A field crew consists of one instrument man and 1 to 2 rod men. An instrument man uses a piece of equipment called a total station. A total station shoots distances and turns horizontal and vertical angles. This is a total station. It turns horizontally, and this scope will tilt up and down to get your vertical angles, and it will shoot distances. He or she also uses a data collector with the total station that will record the angles and distances. This is a data collector. This will hook up using a cord to the instrument, and this records that information. The rod man, he carries a rod, also known as a prism rod. This is a rod that can be adjusted or down for different heights, so that in case you need to go up or down. A prism is mounted on top of the rod, and the instrument will shoot the prism, and the prism will reflect a laser beam back at the gun to record the distances. Some other equipment that a surveyor in the field might possibly need are a compass, a measuring tape, marking tape, spray paint, a bush axe, a hammer. They could go on. In the office, a computer-aided drafting system, or also known as CAD, will be needed to import and draw the data from the data collector so that the information can be drawn and printed. Land surveying is a profession that has a long and famous history. It is a necessity when trying to settle land disputes or breaking up land into different tracts. For anyone who is selling some land or wants to know where their boundary lines are, a land surveyor is needed. Thank you.